all doing? Good day, Aspie. I think that one came out a bit funny. Hi, Mark. How are you all doing this morning? So I'm going to come back to colouring the little bunny. I have added a bit more to it since... Hi, Angie. Mwah. Good morning. It's very chilly here in the UK. Like, I'm sitting here and I've just had to shut my window and I'm like, whoa, it's freezing. Oh, it's going to start getting that time of the year where everything is like freezing. Hi, Gainer. Good morning. And that's when you get your fluffy, what they called it, things you put round you in your bedtime, nighting gown. Is that right? Dressing gown? Why would that not come to me, that word then? What the heck is going on? So yeah, it's when you get your dressing gown on and your fluffy slippers and you put your fires on and you sit all cosy on your couch and you see all the leaves start falling off the trees. That's what it's coming to. So good morning, happy Tuesday morning. I know I've not been on consistently for the last couple of weeks, but I am going to explain that. Perfect weather over there, Mark. Wow, where do you live? 67 degrees. That's hot. Is that degrees Fahrenheit? I'm Celsius. I think we're Celsius even in the UK. No problem. Is the sound loud enough? Can everyone hear me okay? I've had to change my sound settings. It is fully up, but I was screaming at it before, and now it seems to be quite low, so it was going in the red and I didn't know if I was killing everyone's ears. And good morning to anyone that's lurking in the background, who's getting ready for work, who's just chilling out, maybe doing some housework with me on in the background. Good morning. Good morning, Audrey. How are you? So this is what I started for our amazing Ashley's birthday colour happy event for the weekend. Sound and vision is good. Belting, that's what I want to hear. Let me just take my autofocus off because I can see it flashing. So yeah, this is what we did for our lovely Ashley's one on Sunday night. So I said I would carry it on this morning. I'll just take that autofocus off because it will keep flashing its head off. Just turned my volume up. Yes, just... So it's good. I'm not quiet. Because it's a bit hard work. I'm like, right, it's in the yellow zone. So you have a green line, then a yellow, and then it's red. So when I was talking, I've hooked my microphone back up, which is here. So I've hooked it back up. And when I turned it all back on, it was screaming bright red in the bright red section. I thought, I'm going to deafen you all. So I've turned the decibels down. So I'm hoping it's in the medium range. So I'm hoping I'm not deafening anyone. So yes, all I did between Sunday and today, I just give this a little... I've just been flicking just a few more bits in these darker areas just to give it a little bit more fluffiness to it, and I've kind of just been flicking it in different directions and just filled it out a little bit, and I'm really happy with it now. I think it is looking like a furry bunny. You're in Upper New York, USA, fall coming. Oh, I can't wait to come to New York. I will be there for my 40th birthday in January, which will be not this January, some 39 January coming. Oh gosh, that makes me feel sick. And then, so that's 2022. So 2023, January 2023 is when I'm coming to New York. And I don't care if my anxiety is still bad. I will tranquilise myself and get on that plane. Let's just have a see if I missed anyone else coming in. Hi, Jamie. You can hear me. That's really cool. So yeah, we're going to continue with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking, I started my gems. So now I'm thinking, do I do some more gems? Or should I finish his ears? Or should I do the flowers? What do you think I should do? Because I'm kind of in that thing where I don't want to spend too much time on the fur. But yeah, I want the bunny rabbit to kind of be the star. Oh, and as well, if you can see this fluffy edge here, all I've done with the fur on that is just flicked it outside the lines that Karolina's put in her page, just to give it, so it's got that. If I zoom in, I'll pull my camera down. Let's go. So I'll have to sort the focus out 1 second, because it's gone a bit close now. Let me just pull my focus in a bit more. Why does it look like that? 1 second. I think it's the light, isn't it? Making the eyes look really funny. But if you can see these edges here, all I've done is just flicked that fur off with the dark, with the black. And I've just flicked it off the edge, just because obviously it doesn't have a solid, where are these words coming from tonight? A solid edge. When it comes to fur, obviously it's soft, so I've softened that up. I don't know why the light is making the eyes look funny, but they don't look like that. So I think what I might do is finish the rabbit's ears, just where I've got the colours out. But first of all, I just want to go through the reason why you've not seen me for a couple of weeks on my YouTube channel, because I've had a bit of a thing going on these last couple of weeks. Angie knows all about it, and so does Tammy, and so does Ashley. Oh, thank you, Angie. So the other week I was talking to Angie and Tammy and everyone, as we do. We have a lovely little thing where we have our little chats, and we talk about the most weirdest, wonderful things. And this one day we got onto health, and I was telling them all about my husband and how he's been, because he's not been so good, and his heart, blood pressure and everything was really, really bad. So I was telling Angie and everyone else. They do, don't they? You can see them really good. It's just when I go in that light, if I just pull it out of the light a little bit, it looks good. So I'm going to do the ears. When you pull the boot closer to you, the eyes look wonderful. Ah, it does. And when I looked on the pictures, that's how it kind of looks as well. So it looks black, but you can just see the slight brown. I think I've nailed them. I've absolutely nailed it. And he looks really furry. So anyway, I was telling Angie all about my husband's blood pressure, and convinced that his diabetes is going out of control purely because of his... When I'm telling you this, I'm just going to keep adding more black just to try and emphasise this fluffy. And I was saying to Angie and everyone in our chat that day that I'm convinced that like Leighton's blood pressure and stuff is all up because of his diabetes. And Angie said to me, oh, does he not have like a machine? And I'm like, yeah, he has a machine. And he just couldn't work it. So obviously Angie was like, oh, send me a picture of the machine he's got. And in the end, we worked out how to use his blood monitor machine. So in my wisdom, I'm like, oh, I'll have a go at stabbing my finger and see what my blood is. Did I get a shock? I got the biggest shock in the world. Now, a normal, undiabetic person is meant to be between 4 and 7. And I pricked my finger and put it on the machine, and it was 20.7. I think my heart nearly skipped a beat. And I sent the picture to Angie, and Angie's like, it's not meant to be that high, Shell. That's way higher than I'd like it to be. That should not be that high. So Angie was like saying to me, oh, right, just don't panic, because at this point I've got health anxiety, and I was starting to get a bit like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? And all my life, well, all through my adult life, we've been more weighty than I should be. I've always been around the normal diabetes to slightly jumping into the pre-diabetic, but I've never actually gone into it. Hi Beth, how are you? So anyway, Angie was saying to me, right, I want you to not eat anything now for 2 hours, just have a couple of glasses of water, and in 2 hours I want you to test my blood. She was like proper like mum mode at that point. It was so lovely. She just calmed me down, and she's like, don't do anything, water, and tell me what your bloods are in 2 hours. So that's what I did, and they only came down to 17.7, something like that. So all I'm doing just before, I'm just going to add a few flicks of black throughout this red part. And I'm just going to do that where I can still see white flecks, just to give it some texture in that dark bit, but not too much that it takes away the red. So anyway, I sent the pictures to Angie, well, to all of them. They're all there. They're all giving me support over what was going on. And Angie was like, it's come down, but... Angie, I think I was, wasn't I? But honestly, they were all like, calm down, Shell, you're going to be alright. So... And just like, it's come down, but it's not come down as much as I was like, I do think you need to speak to your GP, but I think all's going to be okay, but definitely speak to your GP. So that's what I did. Here in the UK, we have something what's called My GP app. So since the COVID stuff started, we send our problem through the app, and the doctor gets back to you, and if they need to see you, you go in. If not, they set up your treatment plan and everything from there. So obviously I sent, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I sent the picture through to my GP, the one from the 2 hours previous and the one 2 hours later. And this was at 3 o'clock, and by 50 minutes later, now normally they take a day or two to get back to you, 50 minutes later the doctor was ringing me, and she's like, one, why did you do your bloods? I said I was playing with my husband's machine and thought it'd be also wise to stab my finger. I said, but other than that, I don't have symptoms of diabetes at all. So she was rather concerned, and she said, right, I'm sending you for urgent blood tests. And to cut a long story short, I had a fasting blood test, and it showed that I've got type 2 diabetes, but it showed it that high that they're not even giving me an option to lose weight. So, which brings me to this. So now I'm on these things with a nice little needle up there. I don't know if I'll be able to reverse it. At the minute I'm on a low dose of it. She said to me that this, because I've got Crohn's disease, metformin's not very good for people on Crohn's. So they wanted to give me another medication called glycoside, but it can cause hypos. So you have to test yourself before you go out in the morning. And I don't have time for that. So I was like, no, I don't have time for that. So she got this out, and she said it's a very, very expensive treatment. She said it's used in the US for weight loss treatment, but here in the UK it's used for diabetes. So I have to now inject myself with this lovely thing once a week, which is really good. I don't have to do it every day, just once a week, which is amazing. I know it's for life, but it's not daunting that I only have to do it once a week, so that's good. I get a box with 4 in. Oops. And all I had to do was literally twist this and press a button. The other option was a fully loaded 1 pen with 4 doses in, but she was like, oh, you've got to prime it here, and you've got to put your dosage in over here and twist it here and twist it there. I was like, I don't have time for that either. So yesterday was my first dose of my diabetic treatment. So I sat there and it was on my skin like this. Do you know how long it took me to press this button? Now, when I was pregnant, I had blood thinning injections and I had to inject myself, and I was totally fine with it. But when I used the actual prototype of it with the nurse, when I pressed it, it just went poof, like a gun, and I was thinking, how hard is this going to fire into my skin? Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And honestly, I put it on my skin, and I'm sat there and my anxiety's going through the roof, and I'm like, honestly, you'd think I was having a baby. So I ended up pressing it, and I never felt a thing. So now I'm happy about it. I'm not saying I'm happy that I've got diabetes, but you know, at the first I was all doom and gloom. My head went west. My head's still a little bit west because I have to have some scans just to check some other things out, to rule other things of why my sugar may be up. So my head has been a bit west, and when my head goes a bit west, I can't concentrate, I have no imagination. or anything like that, and that is totally why I've not been doing the hugs. I've not been doing my live streams because my creative mind just isn't there. So I'm really trying hard, but I promised Ashley that I wouldn't miss her event. So here I am. I am back. I am going to still do my live streams, and I'm trying to be creative. But please bear with me if you do find that some days I've not come on. It's just because my anxiety gets that bad when it's health related stuff, because my anxiety came about when I was 26 and I got skin cancer. So my anxiety stems from that. So anything health related really throws me out. So I can be doing really, really well. I'm really, really happy, and then something will happen like this and I just shut down. So that is where I've been for the last couple of weeks. I don't want to come on stream and then be a miserable butt and, you know, spout about how crappy I'm feeling. So that's kind of why I've not been doing my streams. But I'm back and I'm happy. I've had the support. Angie's been amazing. Ashley and Tammy have all been amazing when it all happened, and I kind of freaked. I've heard of people using it for diabetes but not for weight loss here in the US. Oh, I don't know. She did say it was a diabetic medication, but it's also used for weight loss in the US. So I'm assuming it is used for diabetics in the US as well. But she did say, so I have to put this back in my sharps box. But that's where I've been. I'm now a type 2 diabetic. And hopefully, she said, it's been proven to drop quite a lot of weight off people. So she said not only will it sort my sugar out, it will help me lose weight as well. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. I didn't want to explain it on Sunday night purely because it was Ashley's colourathon and I didn't want to dampen anything. So yeah, that's my thing. I just took it very hard because I've got polycystic ovaries. I've got obviously health anxiety. I have to check my body regular to make sure none of my moles move because I've had skin cancer in the past. I've got Crohn's disease. I've got blood pressure. So all these things have crept up in the last couple of years, and I just felt like, boosh, you know, everything come to a head and my brain just lost it, and I've just not been in the best of places. But I'm getting there with the support of everybody else and talking and not being silent and holding it all in. I'm all right, and I'm gonna be all right. You know, it's reversible. So we'll see. Well, that's where I've been, and that's what I've been doing. So I've just got to see, and I must admit I'm fine, and I've not had no side effects. Touch wood, I can touch this because it's wood. Hi Gypsy, how are you? Hi Louise, hi Deb. Anyone coming in while I was explaining that? Hello, hello, and good morning. There have been instances that people diagnosed with type 2 have managed to come off medication, Shell. Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that I can. I've lost weight before. I've lost over 3 stone before. I have put nearly 2 stone back on over lockdown period, from the start of lockdown up until now, which I think is the case for a lot of people throughout the world. I think we've all stressed it and put on more weight than we wanted to because we didn't know where life was going with COVID. So I get that. So my little bunny is looking very cute. So we're going to move off that now. But that's where I've been. I didn't want you all thinking I've abandoned you all and I wasn't just coming on. There was reasons behind it. I wasn't right in the head to be coming out and saying everything. Those crystals are wonderful. Thank you, Angie. They're cute. Jerry's on this one. Nice. It will help you lose weight as well. That's what I'm hoping for, Aspie. So there's quite a lot of people using it. Jerry's been losing weight as well. See, I'm going to be like, woohoo! I'll be like coming on and showing you my body all slim. I don't know what slim is. I've been bigger for longer than I have been thin, because I used to be thin before I had all my kids. But obviously, I had my first kid at 19. So I think I've lived a longer life being bigger than I have thin. I'm new to you, but don't lose heart. You can do this and perhaps even reduce your medication over time. I believe in you. Oh, thank you very much, Gypsy. Oh, I'm sorry, Aspie. I was intending to tell all of you what's been going on, but it was just a lot to take in and a lot to. I just, when you just get to that point in your life where you're just fed up of people saying you've got this and you've got this and you've got this. Because I got diagnosed with Crohn's just before the first lockdown, and then it was a bit scary because this is I've just used ivory and this is burnt ochre. I just need to sharpen it. So then I found out I had Crohn's disease, and then obviously they didn't want to put me on any medications because it was mild, and they was obviously worried because COVID was affecting high risk people, and obviously with Crohn's, if you're on the medication, it affected your immune system. So they was like, right, we're going to keep you off the Crohn's medication for as long as you need to, and touch wood, I'm still not on Crohn's medication, which is really good. I'm doing really well with that. So then, oh, Beth, I wished it was. I'm still looking for houses. We keep putting offers in, and then we just keep getting told, I'm sorry, they've gone with an higher offer. So I think we're on house number 10 for offers now. But no, I wished it was. But then I got told, obviously it was Crohn's, and then when we had the second lockdown, I got told I'd got blood pressure, because I had this strange thing one night where my head just felt like it was going to burst open with pain, and my blood pressure was absolutely horrendous. So now I'm using burnt sienna. I'm just going over the top of that with some more flicks. Let me move in closer. So yeah, when they told me that was happening, and then this started, I was just like, do you know, is there anything else they can throw at me? Is there anything, and it starts getting you down, it really, really does. Oh, I've missed you all too, Jamie. I have missed you all. You can see me in a bikini. That just makes me laugh, that, Angie, really. I've never worn a bikini when I was skinny, never mind. I just don't I don't get my belly out. Especially now when it looks like Spaghetti Junction with stretch marks. Good morning, Nina. How are you? And tried to lose weight, but tried to delay going on diabetic medication. Oh, see, my mum's like that. She's gone for a blood test this morning purely because her blood sugar levels were slightly risen last time. But my mum's not big or anything like that. And then she's gone back and it's crept up into the diabetic range. So I'm waiting to hear from her this morning to find out what they're doing. I'm no doubt they'll say to her she can try and lose weight first, but I just didn't get given that option. I think my bloods were scarily high. And then the daft thing about it was, the lady, the clinical pharmacist that's put me on this medication, she was like telling me all about this medication. She told me all about what could happen with good morning, Jet Girl. I hope you succeed, but if you do have to go on medication, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I totally agree. It's kind of one of them things, you've got to get your head around it, but once your head's around it, this is walnut brown, I think you're alright on it, but do try and lose the weight first if you can, but don't panic. Don't panic about it. And this is what I've had to tell myself now, that it's alright, I don't need to worry about it, I'm going to be fine. And that's what you need to tell yourself. If you know you can be confident and you will attempt to lose the weight, then that's alright. I know I won't lose the weight because I stress eat. Oh, Beth. So yeah, because I stress eat, I know full well that I would really struggle to lose the weight. So I was just honest and open with the nurse, and I said, look, I know I won't lose weight and stuff. And she said, we're not at a point where you can lose weight. She said, we need to medicate you. And I was just like, oh. So yeah, try, and if you can order it, try it. If not, don't be worried about going on the medication, because at the end of the day, it's that balance between what the sugar's doing to your body is the most scary thing. What book is this from? Jet, it's ooh, let me just push this over. It is The Ticket to Dreams by Karolina Kubikowska. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's it. Ticket to Dreams. It's amazing. Her art is quite dark in places. There is a flip through on my channel of this book, and I also just got that stuck in my light. She does a good combination of very supernatural type of animals and people and stuff like that, as well as, and she has this other book also, got a flip of this on my channel as well. So these are both her books. She does have other books out, but there is a flip through on these, but they will take me ages because they're so thick, and you get so much value for your money. I mean, they're a bit of an outlay, but they're not, for the size of the book you get in and the paper quality in it, just amazing. So let's get you back down. So let's move on to the ears. My blood pressure has been a roller coaster in the past few months. Health issues trigger anxiety. Yeah, that's what it is with me. So she was telling me all about what can happen. You can get amputated limbs, hands, fingers, and I was just like, you know, when you sat in the room and you can feel your eyes widening and widening and widening because everything she's saying is scaring you half to death. And then she told me all about, because I have had skin cancer in the past and it was a malignant melanoma. She's like, oh, what treatment did you have? And I told her what treatment I'd been having. And she was like, oh, she said, you've dodged a bullet there. She said, there's no treatments and this, that and the other if it spreads. And I was just like, hold on a minute, I don't need to know all this. I'm 10 years clear, maybe longer, 12 years clear. And I'm thinking, whoa, this is seriously triggering my anxiety here. I need you to stop talking right now. So she told me all that, and then she said, I'm going to do your blood pressure now. Kubikowska. Kubikowska. It is a great book, Jet. It definitely is. So obviously when she did my blood pressure, oh, thank you, Louise. They're good, aren't they? I'm going to do some more in a second. I'm going to do the ears. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. So she did my blood pressure, and it was 162 over 150. She went, I'm not even going to look at that. I'm not even looking at that blood pressure. She said, I just think that's your anxiety. I went, it is, because you've just terrified me, you crazy lady. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I need sepia. Where is sepia? Is that here? No, that's green. Right, here. So dark sepia. And I'm just going to map out again his ears exactly what I did before. So I'm going to do kind of the outside round here in dark sepia. And then I'm going to kind of come up and do the shadowed area. Oh, wait a second. How you doing, Sarah? Kubikowska. Wait a minute. Kubikowska. Karolina Kubikowska. Oh. I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I enjoyed you so much over the weekend. I need to go. I'll watch back. Your work is lovely. Good luck with everything. Oh, thank you, Gypsy. It's lovely to meet you. And thank you for finding my channel and coming watching. I much appreciate it, and I'll see you on my next stream. I stream Tuesdays in the morning, and I stream Fridays at 8 PM UK time. It's nice in the morning. I always feel really refreshed. Night time comes, I'm like all not drained, but like I've had a long day with the kids and stuff like that, or school or appointments and stuff like that. I'm doing really well now. I'm getting a lot better than I was, Sarah. So yeah, I'm doing well. I'm getting there. Got to go for a. I don't. She said I have to have a scan, an abdominal scan, where they're going to check my liver and my pancreas. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Is this just going to be like a baby scan, just a normal scan, or am I going in that polo tube? Cube as in cube. Oh, cube. Wait, let me do this again. Let me do this again. Wait a minute. Just a second, Anja. So, Kubikowska. Kubikowska. Karolina Kubikowska. Is that right? Did I say it right? Try this. Kubikowska. Good day, Tammy. Will be in and out lurking. Have to pack the car. Seriously thinking of leaving a kid behind. Oh, Tammy, what's going on now? Is she not cleaning up or is she not packing? Which one is it? And then I'm coming in with burnt sienna. I'm going to really give the nice richness to the ears. So I'm just going a light layer of this, hence why I'm holding the pencil right at the top, because I'm going to be flicking over it, so I don't want to put too much of a heavy layer on. And then again inside the ears here. Oh, you're eating breakfast. I've had beans on toast this morning. I found some bread, which is like a wholemeal bread, but it's like a nimble bread. It's called, and it's only 50 calories per slice. It's only like this big, a little slice like that big. It's only 50 calories per slice, but it's only 0.5 grams of sugar. So I was like, oh, that's belting. So off I went, I bought that, and I've had beans, because beans are good for lowering your blood sugar. And this morning, my readings have been every day. They've been between 15 and 11 in a morning, and this between 15 and 12 every morning. And this morning, they were only 10.2, and I was like, oh, they must be working. So then we got burnt ochre. Am I close enough, or do you want me to have you close? It sounds pretty good. No, I have just brought way too much stuff. Oh, so you're leaving the kid behind to bring your stuff back? Pack your goodies and leave your kids. I hope you bought yourself some nice goodies. Where are you at? Are you at your mum's, Tammy? So yeah, I'm learning. I'm doing well. Me and my husband are kind of on board together, which really helps. I'm showing him where to look for the sugar and stuff like that. So it's good that he's helping, because he's a diabetic. He's a type 2 diabetic, but he's on metformin, and it's seriously just is not controlled. It's scary. So I'm gonna go with ivory now. I'm just going to do the tips with ivory. What was that noise? Do you know, I went on a ghost hunt at the weekend to this place. And it was very active. It was really cool. I loved everything about it. Strap the kid to the roof. That tickled me, that did. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, I was on a ghost hunt at the weekend. Everyone that knows me knows I'm a ghost hunter. Dark sepia. And we go on many locations. We take lots of members of the public or paranormal people that love the paranormal, and we all go out, go investigate a location. Went to a really good location. We had lots of activity. So I've had a lot of activity in my home since, which is not good. My husband seen something the other day in the bedroom, and he said it was walking around the bed and the blanket was moving. That was on my actual, when I was actually at the place. So he said there was stuff going on at home. Yep, at my mum's, and she's loaded me up with stuff too. Tempted to buy a new art supply, but I'm not going to because I just got a car. Well, a car is more needed, isn't it? So I agree with you there, Jet, for that. Only buy what you need if you need it. You don't feel like you have to buy everything. I always say that to people. It's kind of a bit of a thing where just get it if you want it. I mean, we all have that thing of, what do we call it? Full set syndrome and stuff like that. And there's still things I don't have full sets of. Full sets of? Yeah, that's right, isn't it? But I always say, if you're going to use it, buy it. If you're not going to use it, then maybe consider not buying it right away. I don't know. But if it comes to a car and art supplies, car. I did the same thing. What car did you get? What colour is your car? I love a black car. Mine's like a silver. Mine's like not a white silver or not a dark silver, like in between. Gorgeous one. I did threaten that to Georgia. She has packed for a year, not a week. It's a cute blue Mazda 2. Oh, Mazdas are good. You'd even have more room if you strap them both to the roof, and then you'd not have any arguments. A multivan to haul this crap home. Where was Shell's wise advice when I was shopping this week? I don't blame me if you went shopping this week. I've done enough enabling with these books. You know, I trump this artist. She's really good. I absolutely love her work purely because it's right up my street. I love it. So I'm just flicking the dark sepia now. This is where I'm creating my flicks, and I'm overlapping, so I'm making them come out slightly over these harsh edges that Karolina's put in, because I just like to do that. I like to do it with her as well, you know, like doing stragglers, because they're furry, aren't they? And I suppose that's how you're going to make them look furry. It's a 2016 model. Oh, nice. Are you from the UK, Jet? Is that what you want to be called, Jet? Or do you have a first name you'd like us to all call you by? Are you new to the channel, or have you been on here before? See, everyone loves this artist. She's amazing, isn't she? And you know, I really feel like I'd like to travel to where she is, because she's a tattoo artist, and I would love one of her tattoos. If I can't travel to where she is, I may ask her, could I have a design offer and then go to a tattooist and get it done. But I would love her to actually do a tattoo on me, because her art is amazing, absolutely amazing. But she is a tattoo artist as well, and her work, it's fantastic. Yeah, pile them all up on the knee. A hanger, gosh. Oh, you're from Norway. Elise is your name. Well, welcome, Elise. It's lovely to have you here. Which is the better car, Angie? The one your mum's, or the one that Jerry's got? You want a Nick Filbert tattoo? It's the first time I've watched you. Oh, well, welcome, Jet. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you like what I do. I kind of just do my own thing, and when I colour out, I explain it how I'd like to do it, and if you can pick up some tips from me, then that's amazing. If not, I'm just here for a jolly good old laugh. Normally I'm laughing my head off all the way through my streams. Everyone who knows me knows when they come to a shell stream, it can go in many directions. Some like it, some don't like it, but honestly, I don't really care. Oh yes, her tattoo art is beautiful. It's on Instagram. It is. She's gorgeous. Tammy, I need to see this artist. Who's that artist you've just said? Where's it gone? Nick Filbert. Burnt Sienna. I will admit, I don't always keep up with the trend of the latest stuff and books and things like that. I do get things when I buy it and maybe do a video on what I've done. But yeah, with me, just get a simple shell tutorial of things I do colouring wise. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm just flicking burnt sienna now over the red. So we're adding that red in to his fluffy ears. So I hope you enjoy being here. And I just love having you all here. You're like my job. You're like my work colleagues. I come here. I come on because I don't work. I look after my kids. And so you're like my work colleagues, my friends. You know, who I'd have if I went to work. So I'm not just sat here talking to four walls of my house. And whatnot. So I'm just going to drag some of this burnt sienna up into the I forgot the pencil, burnt ochre. It is, isn't it? Yes, me and my bestie would love to get a tattoo from her. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be travelling to Poland anytime soon. No, it'd be a long flight for you, wouldn't it, Sarah? But never say never. You never know where you may end up, Sarah. You like mine, but you was promised a new one. Oh. Oh, I like the X Trails. I've been looking at the X Trails as the 7-seaters here for us because obviously I have 4 children, so I need a 7-seater car. We've been looking at the X Trails. I like them. And my friend has an X Trail. Oh, wait a minute. A Toyota. I didn't see that. A Camaro. A Toyota Camaro. Ooh. Ooh. That's like that advert on telly. If it often goes in a downward direction. It definitely has gone in ways that we don't expect. Very similar to Tammy's streams, to be fair. Where we try to be good, but sometimes the good gets ugly. Nick Filbert of Serene fame. Serene the colouring book. I love the X Trail. I love normal traditional cars over sports cars. My husband's got the Discovery Sport and I prefer my lovely little Qashqai to the Land Rover Discovery Sport. And he's had more problems with his and I've not with mine. Touch wood. Touch wood. I'm saying that now. Touch wood. So can you all see I'm not covering stuff up. So I'm just flicking this out in all different directions. So I'm thinking when I'm doing animal fur, I think I need to be kind of doing softer flick up flicks. So I've tried to watch a bit of Karen's videos because she's amazing, Karen, with fur and stuff like that. So I've kind of been having a little look, and I think I just need to be softer and relax and go with it rather than stressing out. So if you want to do fur or learn how to do fur amazingly well, Karen Valentine is amazing YouTube colorist, and she does lots of canine portraits and cat portraits, but she's a phenomenal colorist as well. That'd be a big tattoo, that though, Tammy. Anyway, I was telling you my story, wasn't I? Now moving on to burnt ochre. So yeah, my husband said, every time you go away, there's something in this house. So when I was on the investigation on Saturday night, and then last night, my husband, well, it was like more this morning, but my husband was on an early, so I heard him wake up and go downstairs and whatnot. And then I woke up again a bit later on, and I saw a black shadow of a man walk past my bedroom door. So I'm like, Leighton, what are you doing? And there was no answer. And I looked out at the window and his car wasn't here, so he wasn't even in the house. But it was a man walking across my bed, past my bedroom door, and I was a bit like, whoa. So who's all your favourite artists? I want to know everyone's favourite artists. I'm going to have a bit of a question off. Oh, I'm loving the ears. I'm just going to bring that out. I'm just going to mute my phone as well in a second because it's bleeping away. I'm just going to flick some of these out into the edge of here. So yeah, I think my view numbers are low on a Tuesday morning, but I think people are still getting used to me being on in the morning. So now I'm just going to bring my black back, and I'm just going to add some flicks of black throughout the ears. And I'd really love to learn the X-Acto knife technique as well, but I was more bothered about him not looking fluffy, but I think he looks really fluffy. Yes, who's your favourite colouring book artist? Your all-time favourite? Who you couldn't live without having their book? Mine, I must admit, I don't think I'd ever want my drawer without a Kirby book in it. Only because he was kind of my first artist that I came across other than Joanna Basford. He was like my first. He's my first love, and I'll always have a Kirby book. He's who I started my channel with. And then obviously I've found artists that I've loved after that. I have found artists that I've loved after, but he will always be my number one. Oh, Jodie! Hi, honey, how are you doing? You don't really have a favourite, but if I had to pick, it would be Kirby. Woohoo! Another Kirby groupie! Whoop, whoop, whoop! Christine, Karen, and Sarah Richard, and Grazia Salvo, Rita Berman. I've got Rita Berman's book coming. I ordered that off Book Suppository. Because her book, that Europe one, was absolutely amazing. And then I just got this because it was on, you know what I'm like for a bargain. This was on Amazon for £5. Oh, and I love it because this has got. I don't really like these mythographic books. I'm not gonna lie. The other ones I wasn't so fussed about, but this one reminds me of Kirby with the finding things in the back. But what I loved about this one is all the crystals, and when I look at a colouring book that I want to colour, because I like doing a lot of realism. So like, hence I'm trying to make my bunny rabbit look real. There's a lot of content in this, like the foxes, the penguins. So when I looked on every page, there's an animal. I like it because I can make this look. I can do my realistic colouring in it. The giraffes. I just absolutely loved this book when I seen it. This is a big ice cream. It's so cool. I'm going to do this. Me and Kelly are doing this as a buddy colour when I start it. So this is another bargain that I just got, with it only being £5. And then I've ordered the Rita Berman one as well. But I don't know when that's coming out. So Jane F. Hankins, Carolina Kubikowska, and Mr. Cat Mirrors, Grazia, Emmanuel Collin, Christine Karen, Colour and Cheeks, Marielle Rudek, and Iku. How'd you say that? Haiku Call. I know which one you mean. The Millie Malotta. Yeah, they're a bit. Her books are a bit to be. You either love them or you hate them with hers. Do you know, I don't like a normal books, but she brought a Christmas one out, which I have somewhere over there, what I bring out at Christmas. And that's a really good book, that, but only because she's got quite solid stuff in. Oh, why does it look like my light's gone out? Not doing too bad, Jodie. I've just been explaining I've just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, so I've been having to get my head around that, but I'm alright now. Had a bit of a wobble, disappeared for a couple of weeks, but I'm alright now. Clara Markova. It's good to know what everyone's favourite artist is. We've all got a really good mix of artists that we like. So over that cream, I'm just going to bring this black and flick just out of that layer. And it just helps make it look a bit more fluffier. Helps with the fluff. Has to be find some colour wrongs. That's how I tackled books that intimidated me. I don't have a favourite, they intimidate me equally. I used to be really intimidated by Kirby Roseanne's until one day I just studied the book and I thought, I just need to turn this around a second. I studied the book and I just thought, you know what? There's method to his madness, and I've said this many times when I'm actually colouring the Kirby on my channel. There is method to his madness, and when you read his book, and I used to laugh at my friend for reading books, but when you read his colouring book, you can see how easily his book is to colour. Because he does so much with his ink work that you don't need to, you know where all the shadows are. You know where all the shadows are in his book. And he uses a lot of the way he colours in just helps the colourist. It looks so busy that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't, it's so overwhelming. But when you sit and actually study it, it's not that overwhelming. It's actually really good. Oh, Anthony, I've had someone broiling my house since that Saturday night ghost hunt. You might have to come here and get rid of something because you said something to me on that night, and now I've seen a black shadowed dude in my house. Couldn't see him. He was just a black silhouette and he walked straight past my bedroom door. So you need to come and sort it out. I'm not sure. You're a master of Tetris. Oh, I love Tetris. I've not played Tetris for years. I knew they were important for you to leave behind. Kirby was my first real artist. Before that, it was patterns and Zentangles. You will not love it. I'm not loving it. And Leighton said, whilst we was at that place on Saturday night, there was all kinds going on. The bed cover moved in the bedroom, and he said someone was walking round the bed. And he said, every time you go on a ghost hunt, something comes in this house. So you need to, you might need to come and cleanse my house. You will come and get rid of it. Don't do them coming in my house. My home is unless obviously it's family visiting, but they're not allowed to come in my home. Not allowed to follow me home. The dog's snoring. If you do hear snoring, it's Milo on the floor. And he's just done a big... Love it when ghosts bother others and not me. Tell Leighton to embrace it. He won't embrace it. He doesn't like it. It's told you. He sees and hears them, but doesn't like involving himself with it. Leighton's always been able to see him since being young, but he just doesn't embrace the fact that he has a gift, as I say. Right, does my rabbit look very real now, doesn't he? He looks cute. I like it. Let's do some crystals because I've been on an hour, so let's do some more crystals. Just a little think, Tammy. What's Tammy done? Tammy, what are you loving? Let me see. I'll let my coffee go cold. All packed. There is room for the kids. Are you not leaving them there? Alright, let's do... we'll have another one of these. I'll do this one over here. I think I did lose my little... Oh, it's here. This is the Holbein soft white that's in the end of here. It's 501. And it's the soft white, not normal white. And I'm just going to put that in where I want my white highlights. And I'm just putting them in randomly. I'm not being neat or anything. Oh, I want some white flashes down the middle of that. I'm going to come in... oh, I've lost my chat. Wait a second. So, Audrey, you haven't found a real favourite, but it's still starting out. Yeah, it does take a while to get your flow of who you like. So, yeah, just keep going until you feel your flow. Sometimes I feel like Kirby makes too much shadow. Yeah, he can do. It's like in here, there's quite a lot of shadow where I would prefer there not to be as much shadow because I'd prefer to make that look furry. But you've just got to go with what you can do. But his latest book I thought was a real triumph. This is Blue Violet. The Fragile World was amazing. One of his best because it actually just purely concentrated on the on the actual animal, and it wasn't as, there wasn't as much crazy sketching going on. Oh, thank you, Jamie. I'm the same way. Fun fact, I'm fully trained medium, but won't do anything with it because it scares the crap out of me, especially knowing some of the things my mama has seen and dealt with. Oh, I'm like that. If I'm being honest, you know, I've done development circles in different places, and I did it once where every time I had meditation, I would spin. It would make me spin, and it used to scare me. And I used to do my development at this place, and she said, "We're not going to do anything with it now, but I don't want you to be scared of the spinning." And she said, "But one day we will bring it forward." And that's what she did. This one day she went, "I want you to go with the spinning. I don't want," because it used to pull me out of my meditation because I get that scared. And she went, "I want you to go with the spinning this time." And I did. And then halfway through the meditation with spinning, and then I don't remember nothing. And then I just remember coming out of whatever I went into with the lady that was doing our development doing Reiki on my head and my shoulders. And unbeknownst to me, I'd told a person in the circle all about his auntie, all about his family. I had no recollection of what I said or did. Apparently, I was spot on. And then, so when Jamie had given me Reiki, because I felt really, really funny and strange after I did it, and I said, I am never, ever, ever, ever going with that spin ever again. Never. So, and I haven't done it. I've done my development with Ant, and I just do it the way I go off what comes in my head. But if I start spinning in a meditation, I just kind of try and ignore it, because she said it's trans mediumship, and it's scared, like you, it scared the living daylights out of me, and I don't think I want to do that kind of stuff. I'm happy with every now and again something pops in my head and I go, oh, and I tell someone all about it, and they can either take that information or they don't, but I just pass it on, and that's that. So my good friend goes out scrapping and treasure hunting, and she gets all kinds of great goodies, and it's amazing what people will throw away. But she's got this gorgeous china cabinet. Since she brought it in, they were hearing noises and waking up every couple of hours. Nightmares got to the night terror point. I told her she needed to cleanse it and not bring anything in that she didn't cleanse and bless. Very true. Less doodling, yes. That's what I was being. Yeah, is less doodly is new Kirby book. So this is now cobalt green. I'm just going to blend that out in places where I want it to go. She did what I told her and it all stopped. She went out and bought a case of sage and Palo Santo sticks. Oh, I know the sage, but I've never heard of Paleo Santo sticks. Yeah, I have a very good gut feeling, and it's never wrong. Never, never, never wrong. I like listening to my gut. It's never failed me yet. Once I went against it, once, and I will never do it again. And that happened when I was working as a hairdresser, and I used to work in the town centre. And this one night, I could go two ways on. One was down past the bus station, one was down past like a post office place. And it was, one was very dark and only lit up by the street, and obviously the bus station was all lit up, and I got this awful feeling in my stomach of not to go a certain way, and I thought my gut was telling me not to go in the bus station. Sorry, this one is cobalt green that I've just been using, and I thought it was telling me not to go into the bus station, but I was wrong. And I've known my gut was like, no, 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 but I still went down this street. And when I went down this street, halfway down the street was a man, um, hidden in the little side street thing. I am smooshing polys. I've got these down, Angie. There was a man tucked away in this side thing. I'm smooshing for speed, and I seen him, and then all of a sudden I just felt sick, and I thought I got an awful feeling about that man. And when I turned round, it was right at the back of me. And then at the time, I run for these runners called the Wigan Harriers when I was really slim and active and fit. So I could run, and I ran, and he started chasing me, and it was only because some people, this is Pink Meadow Lake, only because some people were going in the same direction as me across the road, he stopped in the middle when he realised there was people coming towards me. He stopped chasing me, and then when these people turned off up another street, he came after me straight away again. So I just ran. I ran so fast like you would not believe, and I ran all the way home, and he chased me most of the way home. And as soon as I ran through the front door of my house, my dad was like, what on earth is going on with you? And I'm like, this man chasing me. And after that, I will never not listen to my gut ever again. I will always go with my gut. Are you impressed, Angie, that I'm actually smooshing polys like a Prisma? I love my polys. Started my journey with my polys and my WH Smith pencils. I love them. Is it better to do a background or leave it? Audrey, it purely depends with backgrounds. It depends on, one, what's the focus of your page. So if your focus of your page is your main body, like for me, my main focus is my rabbit in the middle and the crystals, so I'll probably do the mushrooms a bit softer, and then if I was to do a background, I'd do a nice little soft background, only because there's all this swirly bits in. But not everything needs a background, so it just depends on how busy and full your main picture is. That's how I look at it. Depends on what you want to do. It's better just do what you want. Sometimes do a background, but most often I don't. I'm a rather. The gorgeous, that colour, isn't it? I love it. So I want to do like a clear quartz kind of colour. So I'm going to need not like a smoky quartz kind of is what I'm thinking of. Do I do it warm? Oh, cool. Is my question. I've lost my sepia in me. Here it is. I'm just trying to think what I want to do. Thinking I'm gonna use let me just get a smoky quartz up. I just need to you would feel comfortable post it in discard. I can't believe you can smoosh them. It was just for this. I don't know. I can do so much with polys, and I can't do anything with prismas. I'm murder. I want to do a smoke here. Yeah, so I think I've got the right kind of colours out. That's like your smoky quartz. So I've got the right kind of colours going on. I don't think I need that cream. It's too yellow. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to put my white in first. Which one's going to be smoky quartz? I'll do this one down here. No problem, Louise. Enjoy your coffee. It's a page in Worlds of Wonder, a flower ring. Do you know what's nice to do? The flower rings. Have I done one? Oh, sorry, lad. I forgot it was behind my chair and I've just rolled on him. Sorry, baby. Let me just see. Did I do one in Worlds of Wonder? No, I didn't do it in that one. You try and get your nose on the camera, Marlo. Huh? Magical Jungle, I did it. Maybe it was this one. I did it in one of them, I know I did. I think it was World of Flowers, but I don't know. Just bear with me a second. I don't know what I've done with my World of Flowers. I think I've lost it. Oh, is it here? I'm sure I did. Marlo, you can't sit under my chair. I did a lot of backgrounds in my backgroundery, and I'm sure. Good morning, Catherine. How are you? But I didn't do it in this now after all that. I'm sure it wasn't Lost Ocean. Oh, I can't remember which one I did it in. I have so many Joanna books. It might have been this one. It was like I did a fade out background. It's going to bug me because I can't remember which book I did it in. No, I can't find it. I'm going to get all of them out here at this rate. What's it in this one? I think in background I used Joanna's as a lot of my backgrounds in Joanna Basford's. I'm getting it out to show you what kind of background I mean. So like this is kind of what, I know it's, you're looking at a circle flower one, but you know how you just come out a little bit. This was trying to do sea and sand. It's a bit blurry, I know. Finally got about 1.5 hours sleep after 48 hours awake. Wow. No wonder you're tired. So yeah, you can kind of just come out, or so there's a circle one. What I tend to do, if you don't want to do a massive background, I got a circle one in here. I'm trying to find a circle one. A circle one in here. Do it on one of these small ones. So if I had like a flower circle, which is, say like this one here, I'll just get my focus right. This is what I would do if I didn't want to do a massive background. I would say I'm using these colours, I would just get in pink and I'd go right in the centre of the pink there, just from the centre of the flowers, and I would kind of come out to a certain point. And I'll kind of just fade it out as I'm going out towards the edge of that flower, and I'd really soften it till it just disappears into nothing. And because pink's a good undertone, I would literally just fade that out so it disappears. Just get your blender pencil and blend it out. You could always then go back into the middle with say purple. This is kind of off topic, but it's just a nice little thing to suggest. Like, people are like, oh, I don't know what to do, but they don't want to do a massive background. You don't need to do a massive background. You can just add flecks of colour in around your flowers, and then it just disappear into nothing. See what I mean? If I pull that down closer. If you have a circle flower one, it's kind of what I would do. So you're not doing a full-on major background, but you're just adding a bit of something to get your pink back out. And then all I do is get my white. This is very quick, obviously. I would do it a lot quicker. I'd get my white then. It's got a bit of green on my white. So ignore my thing of it. But do you see what I mean? I would just really lightly, if I had a flower circle thing, I would just do something like that, coming away from it, and just do it round the petals. So you're not exactly doing a background, but you're kind of giving it something in between. Do you get what I mean? That's kind of what I would do if I had a circle flower. You don't need to do like the whole page of a background, but then you don't, but you're giving it a bit of something, so it's not just the circle, but kind of, or pastels, yeah, like Jodie says, soft pastels. Right, let's do this. I was doing this one, wasn't I? Oh, have you, Gainer? That's amazing. Gosh, I'll have to revisit some of my old Kirby videos. I've not done, I think I last did a Kirby one was quite a few months ago now. I'm going to go in with dark sepia first. And do like a smoky quartz. So I'm just following Karolina's lines here. So yeah, that's the kind of backgrounds I like doing on them flowery things. Sometimes I like doing backgrounds like I did. Yeah, you can. There's loads of background ideas on my backgrounder series on my channel. I loved that backgrounder one. I think I'm gonna have to do some more. That's for sure. So I'm just following these lines what are in, and then I'm going to kind of shimmy around my yarn. This one was one of my favourites. Was it in here? That I did on my background Jerry one. I loved it. Was this one. Sometimes the flowers I did the wood backgrounds. I absolutely loved. They were my favourite. They're good because I made it look like it was on a door. So yeah, there's loads. If you ever stuck with ideas, there's a few on my channel that you can go have a look at. So Van Dyke Brown. Hi Ruthie, how are you? No sound because you're at work. Hi Ruth. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. She can't hear me, but I'll write her a sign. So it has a bit of brown in, a smoky quartz. So Van Dyke Brown is a good one to use. Mallow out the bathroom. I'm here, but I have no audio until I drop Jeremy off, and I'll be driving blanket hellos and won't be able to type. If you heard that trump, then that was not me, it was my dog. I'll just let you know that he's got very bad flatulence and he literally trumps every movement he makes. So that was my dog. I promise you that. If you heard it, because it was quite... I wasn't speaking when it went... Oh, he's sat right behind me here. Little monkey. Right, so then I'm bringing in ivory from that brown. And I am smooshing, I'm pressing in very hard and I am smooshing these polys. I think the page must really help me because I've no other way of knowing. What camera do you use? The focus is so good. It's just the what's it called now? C920. The Logitech C920. I think majority of us use that one. This is warm grey one. My focus is terrible. Mine, I have to do it manually because the autofocus is wild and it's so annoying. But quite a lot of us, I think Tammy uses the C920. I think Tonya uses it. I think Shannon uses it as well. It's a good little camera, and it's not like madly expensive either. Going back to dark sepia, I'm just gonna soften these edges off a little bit. Oh, love you too, Ash. What's your hubby blaming on his meds? I was thinking more of a soft pastel blotch. You can just scrape a little off and smoosh it in there. Much cheaper than pan pastels. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Honestly, he's down here and he's so bad. I'd tell you if it were me. I've no problems in saying I trumped, but it definitely wasn't me this time. Can't take credit for it. Certainly can't take credit for the smell of a dog trump. It's disgusting. I'd rather my own trump. Oh, I think that smoky quartz has come out alright. I'm just going to lighten it up in places with the soft white. I think just doing this helps with that glazed effect on a crystal. And then obviously I'm going to come in with my superbly cheaply found acrylic paint pens. I actually think is better than the Posca. I think I want a pink one now. Have I got a pink one? I've done a red one. If I could do like a tiger's eye. Let me have a look what a tiger's eye looks like now. See if there's any in shards. Tiger's eye shard. Oh, a very good reference picture. So I have these colours out here. These are a bit of the rabbit's colour, to be fair. Okay, let's do a tiger's eye. So I'm going to find one that looks like this. I'm going to go for this one. So on a tiger's eye, I'm going to use cream first. Trumping in a chair on an aeroplane hangar. I told ya, I tell everyone about my trumps. Okay, audio here. I'm going to be driving back so soon in chat. No problem. Ashley, drive safely. No problem, Tammy. Thanks for coming in, and safe journey home. Get plenty of sleep before you drive back, and let us know when you're back. So I'm just going to put some cream in here, like in sections. So this is a tiger's eye, what I'm looking. So I found just like a shard that looks similar, and I'm going to add the cream in. On most of it. I'm going to keep my pencils sharp. I'm going to add a little bit of orange in. I'm going to work in like sections like we've got here in the we have in the picture. And then down here. I love reference photos for this kind of stuff. My favourite thing to do. Just get a picture and challenge myself. And I'm going to get, this is, so what I've used, I've used cream, and then that was burnt ochre, and then now I'm using burnt sienna. I'm going to come along the side of that. So Jodie, if you're still here, would you not consider kind of taking up the development but with a professional who can help you so it doesn't scare you? Yeah, you could use any form of chalk, couldn't you, for pastels? So I want that one. So walnut brown. I'm going to take most of this section here, brown, all this section here. I'm hoping this is going to look like a tiger's eye when I've done. I want this whole dark section here. I'm going to come in here with these. Yeah, remember when I got told about spraying water and it was the best hack ever. You've got Tammy who just freely sprays fixative all in her face when she's doing her pastel work. And then I'm like terrified thinking, oh, she's going to poison herself. But she's not, she's always alright. But it's just funny. I'm like, stop spraying the stuff everywhere, use water. So I'm going to kind of bring some more of that in. And I'm going to bring the black in and darken up areas that I need to darken up. And add in some nice lines. Add a tiny bit of flash of burnt ochre in that bit there. I'm going to put some lines in. I'm going to actually do that at the end. Do it with a really sharp pencil for the lines. I'm just deepening up where I put the dark sections in. Well, Shell, there's alright, and then there's is alright. Kids, Minnie Moo walks all the way up the stairs just to get sweat from anti-sweat sweet. Get a sweet, not sweat, sweet from Angie's sweet from Auntie's sweetie jar. Then tell her mama I gave it to her. That's funny. What a way to get away with murder. Okay, for the first attempt at a tiger's eye, I don't think I've done bad there, to be fair. I'm just going to really sharpen my pencil. I want that tip to be extra sharp. I'm just going to put some slices of black in it. I want uber fine lines of black going in. I'll probably bring it out. And then there's only a bit of reflect on these, there's not very much. I don't think I've done bad there. I think mine might be a little bit more orangey. So they're just going to have a little reflection of light down the spines of here. You didn't get it, did you? No. What was the saying? Well, Shell, there's all right, and then there's all right. I don't get it. It's gone over my head. What have I missed? Have I missed something there, Catherine? Did you ask for something? 1 second, let me go back up. You can pull Etsy up on the web, yeah. I use it all the time on the web. It was Etsy you asked, wasn't it? Stress on the second. All right. I can't get Etsy website to work, Angie. Have I not put a link in here that should open up to Karolina's Etsy, but then just put in the search whatever it is that you're looking for? I used to have a tiger's eye crystal, don't know what to do with it. Tiger's eyes are very healing, so they help with illnesses and stuff like that. And if you lose your crystal, it means that you no longer need the help of that crystal. And when you do, it'll appear again in time. Because I gave my dad a black onyx, and I give him a tiger's eye, and both of them are healing properties. And the black onyx was given to me by the lady who was selling the crystals when I told her what it was about with my dad. And then he was in hospital and he had both crystals with him the whole time through his cancer stuff. And he went to hospital. When he passed away, everything was there but the tiger's eye, and we couldn't find it. And I wanted to put him in his coffin with him, and we couldn't find it, so I had to go and buy a new one, because I wanted to send him with his tiger's eye and his black onyx to help him heal in the afterlife. And I couldn't find his tiger's eye, so I went and bought him a new one. But where that one went, I've no idea. Oh yeah, they disappear crystals when you don't need them anymore. Let's have a look what a rose quartz would look like. That one just took me ages to do. I've got a rose quartz hanging around here somewhere. So I've got a jade. I always have them with me on my desk. I can't remember what that one was. And I have my shard. Well, that's gone actually. I think the girls might have had that off. I have my clear quartz. Oh, here's my amethyst. And this is my pendulum. I love this one. Can you see all the sparkle in it? I absolutely love that one. That's a moonstone. I can't remember what the name of this one was. There's alright like okay if I have to, and alright like yay alright. Oh, right, get you. Sorry, I'm a bit slow on the uptake sometimes. So yeah, I always have them round me. I've got amethyst. I've got a big chunk of amethyst in my bedroom. I've got all kinds of crystals. They're all dotted around my house everywhere. This is my other amethyst pendulum. I have quite a few. Really? Like, see, things come into your life. I have a piece of amethyst that someone gave me when we went visiting my dad's brother, and I will never. That's been put away, and I have my crystal ball somewhere. Where did that go? That's disappeared as well. Where's that gone? I might have put that back in my drawer actually, because I caught my daughter once stirring through my crystal ball, so I put it away. She was dead attracted to it. let's do a rose quartz. Let's do a rose one. I need to find like a shard so I know what I'm looking at. Because these are like shards, so there we go. Don't know if I've got such light pinks though, because they're like a purple pink then, aren't they? Let's have a look. So this is a purple pink. Just get my thing out. I just wanted to do a pink one and try and match up. Where are you gone? Why has it done that? I need an emerald malachite crystals for your diabetes. I might have. I wonder if I've got a citrine. I'm sure I've got a citrine in my room. I've got a black obsidian as well. It was something moonstone. I remember that one was a moonstone. I can't remember that blue something moonstone. That I brought the end of it. But I just love them. I've got all different ones. I've got loads downstairs. Yeah. So I've got. I've just done with that one. I've got this one. So that's light magenta. I think I've got middle purple pink. Middle purple pink. Middle purple pink. Sure, I'm missing middle purple pink. Yeah, that'll do, and then I'll use my soft white and the white of that. Okay, let's pick another one, which can be rose quartz. Should we do that one at the side of it? If I put the soft white in, where I kind of want some soft whites. In the majority, if it's going to be white. Labradorite. The gorgeous art, the Audrey. I love my little. I've got another one downstairs that's got my chakra crystals on it as well. That's a big one. That's in my room in my bag. I have all kinds. I just love them. Okay, so I'm going to go over this with light magenta. So hopefully where I've put the Holbein white, it'll stay lighter. So I'm just going to go over the top of the whole of this. But yeah, I'm like really, I love all my crystal stuff. I'm out of frame as well. I can't say it reminded me of a blue moonstone, but is it labradorite? I don't think it's I'm not too sure. I'd have to look it up. I'm not even sure if she said it was even a crystal, but it was some. It might be man-made. I can't remember what she said it was. But it is gorgeous. Like if I come up close, it's just. It's beautiful. It just literally glitters. It could be labradorite. I'm not too sure. It could be Sarah. I've had it that long. I can't even remember what she said it was called. need to, I'll take out the black lines of this in a second. So I'm just going to go in with, I don't know if this will be too bright, but it could be. I remember a saying that is closer than Blue Moonstone, I think. Being the daughter of a witch, I have crystals in most bags and pockets. Oh, you're intriguing me there, Jodie. I'm just going to put flashes of this in. I don't want it too pink. Kind of just putting it in little bits because it's a bit neon-y and don't have neon in it. I'm going to black out some of them things. I'll look in my books for you, Shell. It's not... Yeah, have a look for me because I've only got the one crystal book. I need a bit of grey. Let's try this grey. I don't want to go too dark. I'm just adding in bits of grey. Also, Catherine, it doesn't matter what artist or anything Derek's in its entirety. We'll have to figure out what's wrong with my electronics. So you can't open Etsy at all. That is weird, Catherine. Maybe Etsy might be down in certain countries. I don't know. I know that can happen sometimes. I want a light bit of purple. Just a tiny bit of purple. I'm just going to put flecks of this in. It's just to emphasise kind of like ridges and stuff. Just helps with that glass look, I think. It's the thing when it's such a heavy black ink and you're doing such a light crystal. It makes it hard. So going back in with light magenta. I don't think if I try and do the white over these, try and take it out a bit. The white Holbein might work as well. Hello Ambient, how are you doing? Oh no, why have you not been able to sleep? that 3D clear pearl stuff would look good on crystals too. 3D clear pearl stuff, what's that, Jodie? You know what I've got? Just found my X-Acto knife. I used to have like a pearlised thing, but I don't know what I've done with it. Right, I'm going to put in some of my gel pen. You've been super busy. Just going in with the artisan one because I don't want it to be dead in your face white. I just want it to tone down that black. And I'll go over it when it's dry with a bit of pink. Hopefully this is working. And do the tip completely white. Ooh, scraping it off. So when that's dried, I'm going to come back in with this one in a minute. Just dowing it down a bit, helps it dry. And then very lightly, I don't want to scrape it off. Just scraping it off, it's not working. Just put that back on. Well, what I'll do, I'll just go to the side of it. You're doing your makeup while you're there. So I'm just gonna, add a bit more pink in, which was light magenta. And hopefully that'll help it a little bit. I've tried to make it look like clear quartz. I know it's very expensive, clearer markover. I don't have any other books. I've got a Maria Trolley, is it? Troll, can never pronounce a surname right. That'll do. It's not the best, but it'll do. And if I use the white, make it brighter. really making it any brighter, but there's my rose quartz. Right, what else can I do? Let's do another green one where I've got that out. I need to do one of each of these green ones. Let's do another green one here. Hi Ria, how are you, honey? Too early to be nauseous. Are you feeling sick? Yes, ambient. I love Etsy for the download. You feel like you don't have to get. So this one is Chrome Oxide Green Fiery, is it? Fiery. I'll come right up here. And yes, like Angie said, I'm smooshing my POLYCHROMOS. I must have just come to that stage with my polys that I can just smoosh them. Need to put white in here. Do citrine. I'll have a look in a second. I'll do a citrine. I just love the paper in this book. It takes all the layers and everything, and then it takes water. It's just so good. Like a chunk missing out of it there. And then I'm coming in with light green. Good job being lurking. Your gems looks awesome. Oh, thank you. You know, there's a teacher on Udemy, Mectrona, who has a class on drawing and colouring crystals. Oh, nice one. I'll have to check her out. I do like drawing crystals and stuff. I've done quite a few of my own. Don't know if I've shown anyone some of my crystals done. I've done a labradorite. Is it a labradorite? I've probably shown these many times. Grab these out. Oh, I don't want to break the printer. This sketchbook is all falling apart. Let me show you this. I have done these before. This book is falling apart. See? I love drawing them when I can. When you've got a good clear background, you can draw them. It's hard when it's like ink like that over the top and changes the shape. But I love drawing crystals and stuff for some glass ones. I think that's the only ones I drew. So yeah, it's a bit of an old book that I used to draw in. Where's my little focus at? There we go. So let's finish off this green one and then we'll do a citrine. So this one is yellow lemon, cadmium yellow lemon. And then I'm just going to smoosh all of them together with that. And come back and blend some of that chrome oxide green in a bit more. She said I wouldn't feel hungry on this injection, but I've had beans on toast for my breakfast and I still feel hungry. I feel hungry now. So, where's my pen gone? Keep losing it. Gosh, you hear him snoring, it's funny. Right, let's do let me check. I'm taking her colouring undead skin class. Oh. Yeah. No. Yeah, if you want to find Lisa Matrokin book, please don't put a link in my chat. Thank you. But yeah. Why is that like that? Have I never ever noticed that before? What on earth's going on there? I've never ever noticed that on my polys. That's got no... That is weird. They've just put a clear top on it. No problem, Ria. Lurk away, honey. Hope you're good and your eyes are all sorted. Yeah, I've never noticed that before. That was weird. Right, so let's have a look what this looks like. Citrine. Ooh, I like these. Is that not that? That's the citrine, isn't it? Sure, that's what that is. Oh, I like that. Now let's find the colours for that. Have you worn the paint off? On which one? On which one, Asper? Salted. Yeah, I've changed a lot of things to sugar free now. Right, let's have a look if I can get the colours. Oh, I've just sent my thingy flying. Where's my really orange? I'm sure I'm missing some of my colours. Let me look at this under the light. So I want a really burnt orangey colour. Orangey yellow colour. It comes in lime green. The yellow. No, look, it's like I don't know if you can see the shiny on the thing. It's got a tip on, but it's clear. I've never ever noticed it. I think they've just forgot to paint the end. So weird. I used to be super into crystals when I was in a Wiccan teen. Yeah, so there's going to be white, so I'll need my white anyway. A bit of grey in with it. And then, like a really darky, that'll do. Ready brown. We'll go with, I think they've changed the name of this now though. Hold on a sec. Which one's this one? So this is Light Flesh, but it's called a different name, isn't it? But I've only got the old version of it. So let's do this. I've only got a crystal here, a crystal there, there and there and there to do. And then all the crystals are done. And then on Friday, it'll just be the mushrooms, the flowers in the background, I think. So let's put some white in. Oh, bye Elise. Thank you very much for coming along. It's been lovely having you here, and I will see you on my next one. Oh yeah, try. You know what I'm like for picking out, so I don't need that, I just need my crystal. Oops. So obviously this is a different shape, so I'm going to base it off kind of what I can see on my crystal. So I think I'm going to do it on this one. So I'm going to add some flashes of white in different places. No problem, Deb. Thank you very much. I've not done an adventurine, no. Thanks, Deb. Take care. Have a lovely week, honey. Thank you for coming along. So then I'm going to use a bit of flesh. Just kind of around that. We'll put them. And then I just want a bit of that grey. So I've got warm grey one. I'm just going to put that just over the top of that white. Blend that into that flesh. I'm just picking up this, trying to get this kind of colour going here. And I'm going to come in with some yellow. So I'm using dark cadmium yellow. I've gone with like a darker yellow rather than a bright in your face yellow, I suppose. I'm just gonna, oh, it's dreaming. Listen, let me bring my camera to it. get my microphone down to how many stops. Must have woke him up moving it. I got coffee for my co-worker and I am pretty sure it's the best coffee ever. I just want to come and have a coffee. Oh, thanks, Ashley. I'm colouring what makes me happy. Crystals. I mean, I've lost track of time. I'm having that much fun. I don't even know how long I've been streaming. I don't think there's anyone comes on after in a Tuesday morning anyway. If there is, just tell me and I'll come off. Okay, so I'm kind of picking up these colours that's on here. So there's oranges. So now I've got dark cadmium orange, and I'm going to bring that all the way in here. Did you hear it? No, it was Marlowe. Cheerio! I think that's how Audrey would say it. Is Audrey going? If Cheerio's in the chat, it's normally Audrey. Cheerio! Oh no, she's saying Cheerio to Deb. Sean says, Cheerio! I love it. I love it. So now I'm just going overlapping some of that. I wanted to use dark cadmium yellow with dark cadmium orange, so I'm keeping on the same kind of tone. Again, I could do with it not having as much dark through it, but there's nothing I can do about that. So now I'm going to use this to pick up what's going on here where it's darker. I'm going to need, I'm going to use this, a black like an auburn. Is this Indian red? Yes, I want Indian red. So I'm going to come in with, I'll just put some of this in first, which is middle cadmium red. I just want that kind of following these lines here, because these lines are going up through. I don't know if you can see these lines that are appearing in it, so that's what I'm going to kind of do with this, and then I'm going to dull it up with Indian red. I'm good for another 40 minutes, that's alright. Wonder why the discrepancy. Yeah, we kind of stick to 2 hours a lot of the times, but if there's no one on and you're having fun and there's no one on behind you, kind of stay on for a bit longer if wants to. I mean, there's no YouTube police to say that you can and can't do different times or anything like that, but I just like to keep it. I used to just go for hours and hours and hours, but I don't know if people used to get bored, so I kind of try and stick to the 2 hours now. So then with the Indian red, I'm going to kind of over the top of some of these. I just need that Indian red there. No, Vader's being dead quiet down here, Ashley. It's Marlowe that's the noisy, snorer. Oh, you've been a mod. Oh, nice. What channel did you use to mod for? Or what was it? What platform should I say? I'm just going to come back with some of this yellow. I'm going to go over the top with it. Dark cadmium yellow this is. I mean, it's not a perfect replica of it, but these are too white, I think, here. I'm just going to go over the top of that white with the yellow. Let me go with a dark, slightly darker grey. So I'm going to go in with warm grey 3. Let's try that. Might have to go even darker. But pick up the greys that's in it. Might go slightly darker actually. Let's go with warm grey 4. Watch this be too dark now. I'll just go light. I'll go lightly. Oh yeah, I think that's right. This is warm grey 4. I'm just capturing in that grey, what we've got going on here. Yeah, we do. I had one troll, I think, a while back, and it was quite funny, the stuff he was saying, but obviously it's just not, it's not funny. It's the wrong term to use, but it was quite mad the things he was saying. I'm just going to put my orange over the top and just dull down some of that bright, that yellow. It's not very much like the one, it's not coming out exactly how I'd like it to, but it doesn't look very citrine. Go back to that Indian red over the top. Add in a little bit of burnt umber just to deepen these shadowed areas up a little bit. I think the paper's like, I've had enough now. You've done too many layers on me. Wow. What's bombers? Oh yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff, no. He's proper snoring, can you hear him? Right, I'm going to leave it at that because I think I'm not doing the best of jobs with it, so it's not looking very sertraline, but it looks a bit like it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just going to put some white, like light markings on it. So I'll come around here and then kind of where I've got the grey bits, I'm going to focus most of my highlights. And then just flick it on some corners. I'll do. So what else have I got to do? Got 3 here, haven't I? What other colours? I'll do another jade one. Some of these. I'll do another jade one, and then all the crystals are done, I think. If I do a jade one here. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Bombers are like, alright, maybe a different term for the same thing, however, I always had a grudge. Oh dear. No worries, Gator. It probably creeps out a lot of people. Oh, hi Shannon, how are you, honey? It's early morning for Shannon, isn't it? Thanks, Audrey. I have artist draw, acrylic paint pen and secure jelly roll pen. However, I'm beginning to think I need to buy Posca because everyone is. You don't need to buy Posca, honestly. This, what have I just done with it? This was the cheapest thing. Ashley, you got some as well, didn't you? Because I've shown, this is Sonis, but I think in the US, Ashley got the US version of the same pen. The name was slightly different, but these were the cheapest things ever. I mean, where's my box of them gone? There's my cold coffee. I got a box full of them. Oh, the box is eluding me at the minute. This is why I should clean my desk. Sorry, my love, just rolled on him again. I'm sorry, baby, I rolled your paw. And you were snoring your concanel off as well. Where did I put the box? But honestly, I have more trouble with my Posca. I use my Posca and I have more trouble with it splatting out its stuff here, there and everywhere. And these were something like £5 and I got 6. The box is gone. I don't even know the box is gone. It was here on my desk, but I have a lot of things on the desk that just soon disappear when my kids come mauling. And going, oh, what's that? And they take stuff and I'm like, where's that gone? But I'll find my box and I'll show them on the next stream. Did I put them in my drawers here? I might put it here. Honestly, you don't need to go and buy like the dearest versions. I must have put them somewhere. But anyway, if you put that name in, oops, Sonis acrylic paint pen. But I think the US it's the same kind of thing but a different name. But these are amazing and they don't squirt the stuff out like the Poscas do either. And if anything, I think they're whiter than the Posca. So try that. Probably do. I've been watching but wanted to pop in and give some advice. No worries, Shannon. Your advice is greatly received. I just didn't know what a bomber was. They are the best, aren't they? Actually, they're cheap. Sometimes cheap is best. So, right, what was I doing then? Jade, wasn't it? So I'm going to do this one. Oh yeah, I was already starting it. So for the jade, I used chrome oxide green. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do these two as one. Like it's two different ones, but the same colour. I just love crystals. And then once I've done these crystals, I'll call it a day, and then I'll see you all on Friday night. This one's more of a blank canvas one, which is good. I should have done that one here probably. Just add the different colours in places where I see fit. Oh, has Ashley found the link to the Amazon ones? I didn't know that actually till Shannon mentioned it before when they got talked about. I just didn't know what. Hold on. Oh, bless me. Bless me, sorry. I just didn't know bombers was I was like really intrigued into what a bomber was. Don't give me a wobbly head, that sneeze. Must have rose my blood pressure. Whoops. Your issue is layering the paint pen on the pencil. What, is it not like coming out on, is the pencil too oily? You can't get these. You can't get these, Angie. I'll put you some in your little mail thing I'll send. I'll order some and put some in. I always worry what I can send to Australia because the sticklers, aren't they, with what you can bring in the country, and I always think, am I going to get shouted at for sending that, or would they even let that through? Going back with my Holbein soft white. And pick up that. It did. I'm sorry. I had no control of it. It just came out. I wasn't even expecting it. It just came over me. I'm going to go for that pink one I did. What did I use for that? It was dark red, Zerline crimson, and it was one of these pinks. I'm sure it was. Right, so this one's going to be another red one. So like maybe a ruby or something. So I'm going to go in with dark red. This might not even be the right combo that I used. That lead feels wobbly. I hope it's not a broken lead. Further down my pencil. More likely to be an inner ear disturbance than BPL, let it settle. It did, it just came over me, and it was a loud sneeze that, I do apologise. I'm really pressing hard with these because I just don't have time to layer and layer and layer. I need to cut the stream very soon. I just wanted to get these finished. middle cadmium red. I'm not sure if this is what I used last time, it might have been. And then we've got Alizarin Crimson. The white Faber-Castell artist pen. I've not even tried that one. I never used any white stuff on top. Back in with the soft white. I'll have to do video where I do draw and colour the actual crystal on blank canvas. Just adding some of these for pattern and shape. I'm just going to do the same on this one. So all crystals have these funny lines cutting or naturally in there. What colour should I do these to? What colour have I not used? Oh, I've got one here as well. Oh gosh. Is there a yellow crystal? Is there a yellow one? Let's do a blue one. I've got a blue one going. Let's do a blue one. Instead of, oh, that's got red on it. Berry. It'll be reaped. I love how the white gel pen and white paint pen look as a finishing touch. I think I'll need to talk to Artist about that challenge. Who's Artist? Who's that? So I've got a few reviews I need to catch up on. I've got a colouring book that I should have done before I had my bit of a meltdown. I've got a colouring book, a Rachel Mintz one. I've got a set of watercolour paint. I've also got a paint by numbers, the opal berry one, and is that it? Is that all I've got to do? I think that might be all I've got to do. But Rachel Mintz has kindly offered to give me 3 digital colouring books to give away at 2,500 subscribers. So that'll be coming up. I'll do a community tab about that at some point. Sorry, I've just used Helio blue reddish, and this is now cobalt blue greenish. Barlow's snoring his concanella. The manufacturer of YP. Then I'm just going to get a white polychromo and just emphasise that white highlight there. I'm just going to blend these corners in a little bit more. So yeah, wait for them dropping on my channel over the next week. Be a few of them. I've got some hugs to do. Right, what other colour can we have? I think I'll put another blue one down here. They are the manufacturers of Atlantis paint pens. Ah. Is that what paints I'm doing a review on? Bear with me a second. Bear with me 1 second. I'm sure it is. Oh yeah. These are what I'm doing a review on, so I'll just give you a sneak peek of that. Artist Raw watercolours. I love watercolours though. Oh. I've got 2 more crystals to do. They look cool though, don't they? They do look cool. I don't want people to get bored, so I'm just literally going to finish this and then I'll be done. Well, that one there. And then the rest are mushrooms. So then cobalt blue greenish. Which is not much different in colour. And then light phthalo blue. It's a tinky little one that. And then just polychromo white, and I'm just going to smoosh, pressing hard there. No, I've got one more. What should I do this one? Put the highlights in of these. Uh, 8 o'clock on Friday nights, ambient. Oh, thanks, Angie. 8 PM my time, yeah, I don't know what time that is your time. So I've got one more here because that's not a mushroom. What colour should I do it? 2 red, I've got 2 blue, I've got 2 of them, I've got 2 greens, I've got 2 jades. Should I do it another rose quartz because I've got that colour right here. Let's do another rose quartz. We'll just add some white in. I love this Holbein soft white. If they ever got rid of it, I'd cry. So I'm going to go in with dark sepia. And just go over them dark lines, what's already in. And then once I've done this, I'm off ski. I'm not too sure if there's anyone else on a Tuesday afternoon. I know Sammy sometimes does a Tuesday or a Saturday. I'm not too sure on a schedule at the minute now with Bubba, but I'm not too sure. I really need to find out who's actually on a Tuesday. Not sure if Isabel's on a Tuesday. Is Isabel on a Tuesday? Yeah, I need to get up on. So Van Dyke Brown, I need to kind of find out who follows me on a Tuesday. I used to know on a Sunday, and I know on a Friday. Connie's on later. There you go. So Connie's also a really amazing colourist, so if you're not subscribed to Connie, please go check her out, and she'll be on later today, after me, but later today. Now we've got raw umber. I wonder if I put raw umber in that other one. I don't think I did, you know. I'm just adding a bit of in. I didn't even add this colour in my other rose, in my smoky quartz before, but it doesn't matter. This one can be a bit warmer than the other one. And then ivory to smoosh it all in. Just finish off all these little crystals with flicks. Like, I've not had to prime this pen the whole time I've been using it. The crystals will just pick up light everywhere. I need to stop scribbling it on though, because you don't get scribbles, you get lines. The less uniform the better. Right. Oh God, can you hear my voice so loud? You've never laid your hands on a Holbein. Well, if you do, just buy a single stock soft white. They're amazing for glows, highlights. I think the Chinese do, and Chinese white is good for highlights as well. Okay, so that's all my crystals done. So let's have a look. We've done the ears and the crystals. So I'm going to do the body off camera. So Friday night I will just literally have the flowers on the head to do, and the mushrooms and whatnot. But them crystals are cool. They look good, don't they? And then I've got to decide what I'm doing as a background, which I probably might just do a bit of pastel or something with my little Faber-Castell chalks. I might use them. But for now, that's all from me today. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. I know Angie and the rest of the Australians will be heading off to bed if they've not already. I've just dropped my pencils everywhere. So have a lovely Wednesday if you're already nearing Wednesday, and have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to go get my dinner and do some more house hunting, see if there's anything come on the market today. And I will see you in the streams, and I'll also see you hopefully all Friday night. So thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me this morning and having a lovely little crystal chats that we've had. I also have a Facebook group if you want to be part of that. The link is in the description as well if you're on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram. So if you're not subscribed already, please do, and please come and join us on the Facebook group. Come and tell me what crystals you've all got on the Facebook group. But thanks very much. Cheerio! Cheerio! Bye everyone. Thank you very much.